All right, what's up guys? Alana here with the Sports Center. I'm going to show you another quick and healthy recipe. I've gotten a lot of great feedback in terms of you guys enjoying these recipes. A few of you have reached out and asked me to do more and continue to do them, and I will do that. Today we will be making banana protein cookies. So I am a baker. I don't know if anybody knows that, but when my kids were small, I did a lot of baking for people, made cakes, wedding cakes, did cooking classes, baking classes for kids, all that stuff. Self-taught, just loved to be in the kitchen. However, now that I've gotten more into the fitness aspect, I am trying to figure out different ways to enjoy those things, but also not eat all the yucky stuff, you know, like the processed stuff. I was trying to put it real politely. I'm trying to eat more healthy and create recipes that are going to help me stay on track. If I'm putting all that workout in the gym and I'm doing everything that I can to stay fit and healthy, then I need to have that follow through in my diet. And I don't mean a diet, just in my everyday eating. Okay, so anyways, enough with that. Today, banana oatmeal protein cookies. Super simple. As I've told you guys before, I really try to stick to things that are not processed. And if I do buy processed, they have to be 5 ingredients or less. So this recipe is oats, real simple. The recipe originally called for quick cooking oats, but I just use old-fashioned oats. And I don't see a problem with that. So it calls for peanut butter and then bananas, rotten bananas. So recently I put a note on Facebook asking for rotten bananas because they're really hard to come by these days. Everybody's buying up all the food. They're not sitting there and getting old in the store, whereas I could always go in and find rotten bananas. So thank you to Darley Collins and Megan Joplin for the bananas. Okay, so real simple guys. I'm gonna double the recipe, but the recipe is 1 cup of oats. So I'm gonna do 2 cups of oats. Your oats got a lot of fiber in them. 1 and 2, so super simple. Your bananas, we're gonna go ahead and mash those up. I've got 4 bananas that we will mash up, but if you're just gonna do one recipe, you want to just do 2 bananas. Let me get my scrap bowl. So I keep a bowl of scraps for the animals, like just throw them outside. So I put all my scraps, whoops, not my banana, all my scraps in a bowl. If you have chickens, obviously you can feed them to the chickens, or you can just throw them outside for the birds. So anyways, nice, good, sugary bananas. This is where the sweetness comes into your cookies. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I made these and my family didn't like them, which is fine, right? Because all the more for me. So I can't promise that you're gonna love them, but give it a try. I mean, what do you got to lose, right? I mean, what are we doing these days? Let me get a fork. Sorry, not prepared. So we're just gonna mash these up, 4 bananas, and all those brown sugary spots, that's what you want, you know? That's what makes this cookie delish. Anyhow, so go ahead and mash these up real good. And I also, this recipe originally, it calls for a little bit of drizzle of honey. I don't put that in there. I find that the bananas are sweet enough, but that's my palate. So you may find that you make them this way and you want to add a little bit of sweetness, agave nectar, some honey. It's just a drizzle, but I'm not going to do that. I also add coconut. I just sprinkle a little bit of coconut in, and it's just a way of making the cookie more mine and what I like. So again, you can leave those things out. You can add them, whatever you want to do. So you're going to get your bananas all mashed up. I've really enjoyed kind of finding healthier recipes. Like I said, I'm a baker. I love all that junk. I love, you know, the real sugary double chocolate, you know, cakes and all that. And I love it, and I love making them. But it's been a challenge for me to play with other ingredients, like almond flour, different types of sweeteners. So it's been fun. It's been fun, and I'm happy to share these things with you guys. So I've got my bananas pretty much mashed up. Now, also in this, if you wanted to, if you weren't going to have the coconut in it, you could sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon in here, and that would be delish too. So, wicked simple. I'm taking these bananas, putting them right into the bowl. Don't need any mixers for this. Just get them in there. So, next is a sip of coffee, because it's 7 a.m. Okay, peanut butter. Again, natural peanut butter. You need to really start looking at your peanut butter, even though it says natural or healthy or whatever. You always want to look at your ingredients, okay? Look in the back and make sure that your ingredients are minimal, okay? Because it may say it's healthy, it may say it's natural, it's not always. So, peanuts, wicked simple, okay? And so I've got, it says 1 heaping tablespoon. So I'm gonna do 2 heaping tablespoons because I'm doubling the recipe. Now, I'll let you know also that I log all my food onto MyFitnessPal, and on that, it's just a great app if you're really trying to reach a goal. It's just a way to monitor what you're eating. You can import recipes, and it breaks it down and tells you all about your macros, how many calories are in these recipes, fats, carbs, etc. So anyway, these cookies are only 68 calories a cookie, okay? And the breakdown, I wrote it down, the breakdown is 8.7 grams of carbs and 1.8 grams of fat, and that comes mostly obviously from the peanut butter, and then 4.6 grams of protein. So it's a really great healthy choice. Doesn't have any added extra crap in it. So that's the breakdown for that. So I've got my ingredients in there, and again, I usually add a little bit of coconut. I just sprinkle some in because I like coconut. And the recipe, and that's less than 1/4 of a cup. So I don't even, you know, you might not even be able to taste it, but I like it. So also in this recipe, which I love, is that it adds dark chocolate chips. So, who doesn't like that? Just a few. I mean, you're not putting this whole bag. Like with the chocolate chip cookie recipe, you're putting the whole bag. You're adding a tremendous amount of calories and fat. You don't really need it. Yes, it's delicious. I get it. I love a chocolate chip cookie. Trust me. Oops, I do. But when we're working hard to reach our goals, we need to find other substitutions for those awesome cravings and those awesome chocolate chip cookies. And this does it for me. So I've got my cookie mixed up. It's in here. And now I'm just gonna add my chocolate chips. It says 1/2 cup of chocolate chips, so that would be a cup for me today. Don't look. The dentist friends would just be beside themselves. My friend Mary Day, she always says, don't open things with your teeth. Anyways, I always think of you, Mary, when I open things with my teeth. So I'm gonna reduce that. I do 1/4 of a cup per recipe. Again, you do you, okay? It's all about your goals. It's not gonna affect the recipe if you put less chocolate chips or more. It's fine. It's not gonna throw the recipe off in terms of its baking. It will in the calories and macros, but it's plenty for me. I mean, if, you know, this is plenty for me. And you can see when it's mixed up, well, maybe you can't, but there's plenty of chips in there. I think we tend to overkill, you know, we put way too much. So that is your recipe. You're gonna look at this and you're gonna think, oh my gosh, is this gonna really bake up? Is this gonna do what it's supposed to do? It does. The bananas hold it together, the peanut butter, the oats. It is soft and yummy and chewy, and a little bit of sweetness. And again, you may find that it's not sweet enough. So the next time you make it, you may want to add a little bit of agave nectar or some honey. That's up to you. But try the recipe as it is first and then kind of adjust as you need. And I'm actually going to throw in a little bit more coconut, just looking at it. I want a little bit more coconut. I love coconut. So again, just play with it. So I'm going to portion these out. Originally it says that if you get 15 cookies, you should get 15 cookies out of it. So I should get 30 since I doubled the recipe. So here's my pan, and I did line it. Well, I keep it lined. I always have it. I just reuse it. I just keep flipping it over. It's fine. Anyway, so I also have a scooper somewhere in here. I also have a ton of scoopers. So actually, you know what the problem is? My kids put the dishes away from the dishwasher now, and I can never find anything. But I really appreciate them doing it, so I don't say anything. However, where my scooper should be, it is not. So, I found it, hold on. Okay, so it's a little scooper. It's from Pampered Chef, I believe. I love this thing. Not, you know, anyway, so here we go. So get your little scooper or whatever you gotta do to get some nice cookies. I'm gonna see how many I get. I have no clue. I don't know. They don't expand either. They're not like gonna take up space, you know, as they bake. They kind of stay in form. So you don't have to worry about separating them out too much because they're not gonna spread out as they bake. So this is all you're doing. I don't know what you guys have been doing during this whole craziness, but I've been watching a ton of cooking shows, which is crazy because I'm in prep for a competition in June, and so my diet's really limited right now. So why I'm watching all these cooking shows, I can't figure out because I just look at them and I want to eat everything in sight. However, I am learning a lot, and so hopefully as we go along, I can share that with you guys, some of the information that I'm learning, and we can work on eating more healthy. So this is 3 times 4. So this is 12. I may not get, I don't know. Maybe I made them a little bit too big, but that's okay. That's okay. So if they're, I don't know. Maybe I made them too big. It is what it is. So these are going to go into the oven. I think it's like 10 minutes. I'll have to look back, but I'll make sure to have all that information for you guys. I'm going to throw them in the oven. I'm going to wait, and I can't wait to eat one. So hang tight, and let's see what we get. All right, so my cookies are out of the oven. They took 15 minutes in my oven. I have a very small oven, so sometimes the temperature cooks a little quicker, but 15 minutes you should be fine. Something to keep in mind too, they're not gonna get really brown around the edges like a normal cookie bakes. They're gonna probably look a little bit undercooked, but let them sit for a few seconds. They're very soft and tender. But because that banana's in there, the bananas and the oats, they're gonna be soft. But look, they're so yummy. I cannot wait to eat them. And 2, here's something to think about. If you make them and you're like, oh my gosh, these have no taste. And that's possible because I don't eat any processed food. So this is very sweet to me. you could always just drizzle a little bit of honey with them now, you know, like before you eat it. Just drizzle with honey, whatever you need to do. Or like I said before, in the recipe, add a little bit of honey for some sweetener. But I really like them just the way they are. Whoops. I really enjoy these. So as I said, this made 12. I think I can get another 12 out. So the recipe says 15 for 66 to 68 calories. So I'm in that range. I'm still, you know, I'm still in that range of what they say calorie wise. So here you go, your healthy banana protein cookies. So hope you guys enjoy. If you make them, let me know if you loved them or didn't. That's fine too. Post a picture, whatever. Yeah, so let me know how they go. I love them. So anyhow, happy baking.